morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are watching this video. This is Zagatech. All right, in this video, we are going to do DCA bot creation. That is, I'm going to show you guys how you can create your DCA bot with all the functionalities and step by step on how you can create your DCA bot inside Spider DCA, Advanced Spider DCA Automation Trading, crypto trading bot. So previously in my videos, I did a little overview of how the software looks like, and I also showed you how you can install this software. Then this one, I'm going to show you how you can create the bot, then allow the bot to run on the server 24/7 without having any glitch. So with no further ado, these are the things we are going to do on this bot. But first of all, you can before you start configuring your bot and start doing anything, there are a list of things you need to do, which I'm going to show you guys here. There are a list of things we are going to do. So the first one is you need to activate the license, and I've shown you guys how you can activate your license in the previous video. When you purchase these boots, then it comes with the license. Then you can, after installation, you send an email to the developer or the owner of the software or the platform you purchase the software, or the contact information with your IP address and with your domain name where you hosted this application. Then the developer will now send you the activation license key. Then after activation, it comes with to enable Google Authenticator, right? Sometimes it is called Google Authenticator. So you have to enable your Google Authenticator in this application. So a lot of functionalities will start working, because this is also part of security measures. Then after adding the Google Authenticator, that then comes to adding your exchange. So we are going to add 2 exchanges, that is demo testing exchanges, which is Bybit. Maybe you can also add Binance. Any of the 2, you can add the 2. Then you can use one to do some back test, or do some you can use one to do testing of how to create the DCA bot. The second one is to test the connection of the exchange, which I'm going to show you guys too. Then configure strict risk limit. So we're going to configure that. I'm still going to show you how you do it. Then verify the kill switch. You also do that. Then enable live trading and risk page. I already showed you this on the previous video on the installation with how you can enable this. I think I showed you guys on the previous video, which is there. Then you can now switch to live environment, which we already done on the previous video. However, when I showed you installation process on how you can enable those things inside ENV file. But with no further ado, I think I will show you guys how you can access your ENV file using FileZilla. That is in the process by which you can use FileZilla to access your Ubuntu server applications. That is to access the folders or access the files inside your server. So I'm going to show you how you do that, but not truly everything. I'm going to give you steps on how you can do that. So with that, then let's dive in. Let me start with the first step of activation. But I already activated my app, so I have to log in to this Spider dollar cost averaging bot. So before I log in, let me show you how you can access your ENV file and how you can set up everything you want to set up to true or false, and also how you can put your email, SMT email, or any email server you are using. If you're using SendGrid or any Amazon email, whatever you are using, how you can configure it using your FileZilla if you're not good in using command terminal, right? So let me show you. If you already have FileZilla downloaded in your phone, this is how FileZilla looks like, right? This is how FileZilla looks like. Now, if you have your FileZilla, remember, before you start installing application, you have to create on DigitalOcean. Sometimes if you install on Amazon, you will download your SSH key, which is okay. Amazon gives you download your SSH key login. Then the other server detail, other company that offers this VPS server, sometimes you can they give you the SSH key to access the server. Then you can log in and set your password. And in as much as that, DigitalOcean, you can do that on your system, then upload that SSH key to the server, which will help you access your server, right? So when you download this FileZilla, the latest version of FileZilla, you come to your file, which is at the left top, click on Site Manager. Now, when your Site Manager opens, then the first one is General, the protocol. This is what you have to choose because you are trying to access your files in the server. So you choose SSH transfer protocols. This is the first one, not FTP. FTP, if you want to access storages, if you are storing pictures or whatever you want to start, but this one is your full application. You want to get access to your application. Now select SFTP, then your host. This is your IP address on the IP address of your server. So you input your IP address, you input the port, which is sometimes mostly 22. Then here, login type. Because I'm not using password, if I'm using password, I will select passworded server. So I'm using key, like I'm using SSH key to log in. Now the SSH key I downloaded I created on my system before uploading it to the DigitalOcean, which I showed you the process on my previous video. I will select SSH key. Then this is my admin. I showed you guys during my installation how you can create admin using command prompt. I believe it's in my previous video. You can go and you can watch that. Then this is the SSH key file I created before I began to do some installation process on the app. Now as you can see, this is where the file is located on my laptop. Then when this is correct, then I will have to click connect. Then I have to click OK and allow it to connect to the server to show you that the whole thing is now connected. See, everything is now connected. And here, let me maximize it so you can see what I'm showing you. So as you can see in my application, this is the file in my server. This is the file in my system, and this is the exact file on my server, right? So how do you locate the file you want to edit? The env environment env file. Let me call it like that. Env file you want to edit and input your email SMTP email delivery server. Now, most of the times, let me give you guys this. DigitalOcean also blocks ports 465, blocks ports 475, and blocks port 424, 22 of any other hosting company that offers email delivery server. I think the DigitalOcean blocks that. I don't know why they do that. But 443 is going. If you have any email delivery server that has port of 443, you can use that. Now, this is the files in our server now. All the files in our server is this. Everything you have installed in the server. Now, for us to access those files and access those applications, we come here, click on this arrow to go back to the main root. Go back to the main root of the file. Now, this is the whole main root of the file, I believe. Yes. Double click again. It doesn't move again. This is the main root of the file. Now, for you to see the application, these are the file. These are everything that is in the file on your server. So a lot of things are here in the server. So for you to access the application we have installed, that's Advanced Spider DCA Bot. You come to this OPT, double click on OPT, then it opens this Spider DCA Bot. Have you seen the files? Now you double click on this current one because I already did a backup. I usually do a backup anytime I want to update or do anything on the server. I do backup and all those stuff. So this is the current application running. Right, so I have to double click on this Spider DCA Bot, double click on it, then it opens. Then I have to scroll down, come down to .env file. This is .env file. Sometimes when you open this server and decide to access this file, most of the file may be hidden. You understand? Most of the file may be hidden, so you need to unhide the file, right? So by right clicking on the empty space and try to unhide or view files. Most of the times it happens on the hosting file. So let me go straight to the point. There on this env file, you right click on the env file .env, not .env example. This example is for the deployment. What's the after when you are deploying this application, this is what the example you have to use to deploy all those the main env file, right? So when you right click on the env file, you click view and edit. Then when you click on I'll click on reopen file, click on reopen file, then it will open the whole file for me. So this is the email. This is the SFTP email settings you need to set on by yourself, right? All these things are being generated, are automatically generated from the system. All these things we are seeing here are automatically generated from the system. The secret token and a lot of things that you can see here are automatically generated from during your installation, right? So this is where you now set your SMTP host port secure, SMTP secure if it is TSL or TTL, secure true or false. So the username, the password of your SMTP, and where the email is coming from. So this setup will help you in future where you want to maybe receive notification or other functionalities in the application. So after setting this up, then you can come down here and set live trading to true, which I've already showed you. We did that in our previous video where we set live trading to production execution through live action trading through DCA live execution through then default trading mode dry run. The reason why I left it dry run in dry run is because we don't want any, if we in other application, we don't want it to trigger immediately, except if we use our hand and set up the live trading live exchange. We connect our exchange, maybe Binance, Bybit, which we are going to do now, right? So this way you can set a lot of things up, So when you get this application, when you get this software application, you can see the example EMV file. You can start to set anyone want to set up, but these are how it's going to set. Everything is going to be on the EMV file. After all set and done, you click or you press Ctrl S on your keyboard and save it up. When you click Ctrl S and save it up, you need to have you're going to have a pop-up that shows you, do you want to save all these things and upload in the server? You say yes. So after saving up, the next thing to do is to open your terminal and log into your terminal, then restart your application. Not restart the server, just restart the application. In my previous video, I showed you guys the prompt or the command you use after logging into your server, after logging into your server. There's a command you paste on your, when you log in, and there's a command you need to paste on your terminal. Then your server, your application will restart. The front end and the back end will restart. This is when after you are done updating your application. After you are done updating your EMV file and setting up everything you want to set up, and make sure everything is well set the way you want it to be, the live, the trade, everything you want to set up, then you now click save. When you click yes, then you now go back and restart. So I don't want to restart my server. I have to close this out because it's already running on the background. So I have to close this, which we have done. So this is how you can access your files. You can also access any other file you want to change, the web, the front end, and anything you want to change. The web is the front end, the API is the back end, where you can change a lot of things, but this back end is encrypted. I don't know if you can change it. It's highly encrypted, right? It's encrypted. So now let's log into the application and start the first process. Let me minimize this. Then this is the application, Spider DCA Bot. So you have to log in. So the first step we have to do is to activate license. Okay, let's log in first. Spider Bot, which is our username. I believe you guys saw it when I created it in our previous video. Then 7 + 3 is 10. Then you click login, sign in. Wow, okay, we have successfully signed into the application. So now the first step we need to take is to activate our license. I believe in our previous video we've already activated the license. So let's check our license and see if it is still active. So our license is still active. In our previous video, I've activated the license and everything. Live trading is enabled, boot execution is exchange, risk, and everything is enabled. So we have done this one in our previous video, which I showed you. So when you get that license, you input the license key, then the IP address, your server IP address, and your URL or your domain name, then click activate. Automatically your license will be activated, but you need to send your domain name and the IP address to the server, to their contact form. Then they will give you the license. Then you put your license and activate. So this application will work seamlessly. Now the next step, since our license is activated, the next step to follow is to enable Google Authenticator in the security measure. So you come back to the application, click on security, allow it to load, then come down to confirm your password to start Google Authenticator. So I need to get my phone so we can be able to scan this and log in to the application, right? So I input my password. So I type my password. Sorry guys. Then I have to click start MFA. That is start MFA. Boom. Then I have to scan this. So I can be able to log in to do that. Already scanned. Then I have to input the code. Let me input the code. Yes, and click enable. Spider is okay. Let me type the code and enable it. The code is 649479. Then click enable. Boom. Now my MFA code has been enabled, right? As you can see now, MFA Google Authenticator protected, and my security posture is 45%. So I've automatically enabled this. Now, what is the next thing for me to do? I'll come down here and click generate code. If I click here, I have to put that my MFA authenticator code, which is 024 and 035. Now, for me, I will say MFA, right? Code for my app. Now I click confirm. Now it has generated those scripts for me. What I need to do is copy this. This will help me in case if I lose my Google phone, if I use my phone or don't have access to my authenticator app. I'll just to copy the code, click copy. Then maybe I can decide to maybe highlight and copy. So I have to click copy, come down to my file app, scroll down to the last and paste the code. Since I've pasted that. Now this will help me in case if I misplace or if I lose my phone or Google Authenticator. So since I've done this, now we are the next step again to do. So I've done that, which is my security distance is 60%. It shows you a lot of things on this app. Now I have to come back to the home page, to dashboard. Sorry. Now since we have done Google Authenticator, now the next step is to let's check our to-do list is to add a productive exchange connection with trading permission. Yeah, so we are going to add our exchanges into the exchange platform, right? So let's add our exchange. I've told you guys that the exchange we are going to add demo first, so I don't want to start adding live or something, but this is just a demonstration for purpose, so you were able to know how to do that. So we have the test Bybit exchange, we have to have Binance. So I'm going to add the two, test the connection and see what happens. Okay, so let's add exchange. Let's come to our application, scroll down to exchange, click on exchange, then allow it to load, click on add exchange. Now as you can see, we have this is where we can add our exchange and test our connection. So first of all, we have Binance, we have Bybit, we have KuCoin, we have OKX, we have Gate.io, we have BitGet, we have Kraken, we have Maxi, we have BinkX, we have Coinbase. Almost 10 different exchanges. So this application is so powerful, though it's self-hosted, just self-used, right? Now let's add Binance first. Binance, we've selected Binance, or we can add Bybit, but let's add Binance first. Binance, we come to this, we are testing using a testnet on Binance, right? So I've selected testnet. Then let's type our primary label Binance testing. Then tag will have maybe let's leave it at like default. Then API key. Let's come to our listing and copy the Binance API key, which is Binance API key. We'll copy the API key, come back to the application, paste the API key. Then we have the secret key. Come back to and copy the secret key. Copy, come back to your application and paste the secret key. Then we have that. Then phrase Binance, we don't have phrase. It's only OKX, BitGet, and KuCoin has a passphrase. If you are creating API key on this exchange, it requires passphrase. So that is why it has here. But Binance doesn't use passphrase. Then we only enable spot trading. So everything here is set. Then we enter our Google Authenticator code, right? So this is also the part of the security because we already enabled the Google Authenticator code. Assuming we did not enable this Google Authenticator code, we will not be able to do anything on this application, right? We're not going to you cannot be able to add exchange on this application. So let's add Google Authenticator and test the connection to make sure the connection is working perfectly fine. So we'll click okay, the timing is coming down. Let's wait for it. So on the Binance testnet, I think you have to enable. We don't need feature. We don't need to use feature. So let's type this 726.553. Now done this, come down and do test credentials and see how it works. If it is working fine. Credential were rejected by testnet but verified against demo. Selecting okay, that is my mistake, right? It's my mistake. So I have to select demo trading. See, it's my mistake. So the software told me that this is for demo purposes, right? It's not for testnet. So now I have to re-impute again because I need to clear this two-factor authenticator and enter a new one. So 196606. So let's test it and see what happens next. Testing connection. So exchange connection is verified. So safe connection is now fully verified. Then allow it to save into the system. Just click allow it to authenticate, allow everything to authenticate. So the credential is selected, we have verified. So we have added one exchange, right? So one exchange has been added, which is one. And as you can see here, Binance testnet. This is what I said before. This is Binance demo account, right? So it shows you how the latency and the speed of that Binance exchange. So this shows you the watch time, the highest health score of this exchange, which is quite okay. This is why I love this application. It shows you how the exchange health is working, right? So let's add the second one, which is Bybit. Now let's select Bybit. So as you can see, we already added demo, right? So it's now remaining live and testnet. So if we create a testnet API, you can add it. This will clear. If we create a live API key that will trade with real exchange, the real USDT or BTC or Litecoin, then this will clear. So let's add Bybit. Let's select Bybit, and we are adding Bybit demo, right? It's Bybit demo. So let's come down to this stuff here. Then copy the API key, which is for Bybit. Copy the API key. Come to the application. API key. Paste the API key. So let me type label capital BYBIT demo, right? Test demo testing. So I've added this. Then copy the. Let's go back to our notepad and copy the secret key. Come back to this and paste our secret key. Then enable spot trading only. Then we have to input our Google Authenticator code to make sure and test the network and test the credentials, right? We need to add it and test credentials. So in our document, in our notepad, remember the first thing is to add the exchange. Then the second is to test the connection and see the health of those exchanges. So we've done this 1, 3, and 4 on Binance. So we're going to do that same thing on Bybit. So let me add Google Authenticator 7735. Let's test and see if it is working. It's correct. Let's add. So everything is, the Bybit one is correct. So it shows you the same connection is verified and it's sports backend only. So we're going to add this. So we now have two exchange connected, and the latency, average latency is 3225 milliseconds, which is okay. And let's see the health of this Bybit. The Bybit is 73, Binance is 73. Connected, shows spot trading only, okay. So these are the two exchanges we have added, which is quite okay, right? Now, the next thing now is for us to see, let's see how maybe sync balance. Let's sync balance and see how much you have here on the exchange. Sorry guys that this video is taking quite long, but it's just the way the steps you can take before you start creating before you start creating your DCA bot. So sync balance and other stuff, we have done that. Okay, let's check our portfolio and see what we have on our portfolio page. All right, so our portfolio shows us the dollar balance of 35,800 USD. This is demo balance, right? This is pure demo balance. So on all Bybit we have 35. I don't know how much we have on what do you call it, Binance. So Bybit we have this. Okay, this is what we have on Bybit. Let's come back to the exchange and see. All right, that's what we have in Bybit, Binance. Okay, let's check Binance and sync balance. Let's see how much we have on Binance and see if it's going to pop up. Give us that notification. Okay, so these are synced 81%. So Binance is still 73%. So let's check our portfolio and see if we've increased. Okay, the Binance is 10,001 so, which is all right. So this is the balance on Binance. We also have the balance on Bybit, right? So on Binance we have USDT, BTC, and XRP. So these are the balance in those accounts. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. So all assets, all exchange. Okay. So that is that. Now let's come back to our table and see the next step. So the next step is to configure our strict risk limit. So for us to do number 5, we'll come to our application, come down to risk and kill switch, which is under automation, risk and kill switch, come down to risk and kill switch. Now you say the risk is kill switch is active, live trading is disabled until released. So we need to release this. So come to kill switch and click release kill switch. Then reason for, let's put our authenticator code so we can be able to release the kill switch, right? So we have authenticator code, which is 800309. Then click submit. Boom, that means our kill switch now is released. So release action processed by backend. So our release kill switch is now released, which is here. So that notification is now off. Now it's now time for us to set up our risk policy. So I have to come to risk policy, which is here. Click on risk policy. Then let's add. All right. Before we input this policy, let us enable live first. So our live gate is restricted. So let us enable live trade. Put our authenticator app 88504. Then click submit. All right, so our live gate is now open. So we have, okay, so since we've already enabled, as you can see, we click this enable live trading and our live trading is enabled, live gate enabled, kill switch released. So this is where you enable your live trading as soon as you have already enabled your Google inputted your Google Authenticator, enabled and released the kill switch. So you can see everything here is open. Then when you come down to this live gate, you see everything here is green now. Every single thing you see here is green, is checked. So a parameter is enabled, life is enabled, risk enabled, and other stuff. So let's now do the policy, as I've told you guys before. So the policy risk management, which is the which is the number 5, right? So we've already done kill switch. We have enabled number 6 kill switch. We also enabled live trading, which is number 7. So let's do number 5 on the application. So on the application here we have maximum open order. How many open orders do we want to have on this DCA bot? No, we understand what DCA bot. If you don't know what DCA bot, at least Google is your friend and you can search about this dollar cost averaging bot and maybe understand how it works. But this is an advanced functionality which I will still show you guys how it works now. So the maximum open order is 25. So let's make it 35 maximum open order. So maximum open position. So order is maximum position. So maximum open position we can open order to, let's say 100. Then maximum cross exposure. Let's say 150. Then maximum single open position. Let's do it 150. So we are going to use Bybit. Maybe that's $5,000 or so. Maximum daily loss. Let's make it 500. Maximum daily loss. Let's make it 500. Then maximum notational, let's make this 1000, right? Then panic open position, you have panic maximum open position. So sometimes if when a panic when you have like maybe 50 position or something position and maybe the market is going down, you can decide to close it out. So let's do panic open position to, let's do 40, right? So then I can type our testing risk policy, just to this is our testing risk policy, right? So this functionality, you can understand it well in the PDF when you purchase this software. So let's click save policy, then input our Google Authenticator, which is let's see the code 083187, then click submit, then allow it say risk action processed by backend. So our risk action has been updated, right? So it shows our risk action has been updated. So if you check the live gate is there, our exposure, everything is there, then events, then to check on snapshots, everything is there. Policy, you can see our policy and the whole thing, right? So since we've done that, what is the next thing? Let's check our checklist and see what is the next thing. So we've done this, we've verified the kill switch, which we have released when we clicked release kill switch with this button here. The next one is enable live in the risk page using MFA, enable live, which you've already done. When you click enable live, you can see that status live enabled, then gate is open and kill switch. This kill switch helps you to automatically close all position if the market is not going to direction. But this bot is good in trading volatile pairs like BTC USDT. Then you can make research and find other volatile pair that moves exactly very well. This bot is good for it, right? So you can open more positions and closing a lot in profit, right? So since we've done that, what is the next thing to do? Let's check the whole thing. Then switch to the 4 live environment gates true. We've done that. Then check if everything is good. So we've done that. We've put our Google Authenticator. We've imputed our policy. The live trading is on. The key switch is released. The gate is open. Everything is okay. Then the live gate, as you can see, everything is green. Everything is checked, right? So the next thing now is for us to go and create the bot. So let's come to the create bot page. Let's go to create bot page. Now remember we've added our exchanges, right? So we come to Pepper, want to use Pepper trading, right? You can still use live, then also switch to that exchange. So let's click live. Now we have to select the exchange. These are the 2 exchanges we have already added, which is the Bybit and Binance. So let's use Bybit. We've selected Bybit. Now for us to select the pairs, we click here. Want to use BTC USDT. Then here, the name of the bot, let's say BTC Bybit testing. Now remember we chose live, but we are using a Bybit demo account. So if you also choose live, you can still use live account, right? So we chose live, we're using Bybit demo account, which is this Bybit demo account. Then we're doing Advanced DCA Bot. Then the bot risk tier, we are using conservative, which is the first one. Then maximum notational in dollars, 500. Remember we choose to 1,000, right? So we are going to choose, we want to leave it as 500. Then these are the conservative bot policy that we have already set in our risk page. Then here, advanced blueprint. So here we are going to do market. What market are we trading? Spot market only. So I recommend trading spot market on any exchange. Then if you are good in trading future, then it's now left for you, but I recommend spot market. So you leave it as spot. Then internal optimizer, this is also in the back, so you can use Dotchain or Ross quantity or ATR. So I use Dotchain and ATR, leave it at this. Then analysis period, how do you want the bot to analyze the whole market, and what do you want it to do? So leave it at 30 days, which is okay. Then reoptimize after 24 hours, which is quite okay. Now coming down to here, dynamic range adjustment, select it to true. If you uncheck it, fine, but I will need you to uncheck it. We are doing our testing to see how this bot works. Now DCA count, so how DCA counts, it drops, it counts, it drops, it counts, it drops, it counts. So let's leave it at 15. Let's leave it at 15. let's delete this, leave it at 15. Then range optimizer, let's leave it at optimize derived. So if we want to add manual, we have to impute the boundary breach, right? So all these things now I explain in the documentation of the PF, so you understand how to use that. So let's leave it at optimize derived. Now boundary breach stop, so we have to put 5. So let's make it to 6. Sorry, let's make it to 6. Now capital and compounding. All of you understand what I mean by capital and compounding, how you can compound or compound your profits and keep on using to trade more and compound, trade more and compound, trade more and compound. So allocation for the first end allocation is $20, which is okay. Now we have committed capital, which is 200, which is fine. Then reinvest profit. You can reinvest when the profit is 100. We can reinvest. Maybe you can leave it like that. Then reinvest realized profit. You can check it. So what this means that if any profit is the bot makes, put it back in the market, combine it with the capital and put it back in the market. Now coming down to here, we have entry logic. In this entry logic, we have start order. So how do you want to start how do you want the market to start, or how do you want the bot to start the trading? So if you want market order, we have limit order. So when you select the market order, then this right here, it shows the balance, the first buy, the first entry the market will do. How much is it going to use in US dollar? $15. So if you're using USDT, it's going to use 15 USDT, $15 worth of USDT. So the buy-in callback is if the trigger comes in, then the market have to pull back. So for us to do buy-in callback, we have to set this to 0 and leave it at 0, right? Set this at 0. But if you want to use limit order, click here, select limit order, then you have to input the price of where you want the market to reach and before it triggers. Then limit time in force. So this limit time in force, these are explained inside the documentation PDF you will get. So we have expiry end of the day, full fee end of the day, full now cancel rest, stay pending and custom expiring. So which this means if the market, this custom expiring and expiring end of the day, if the market did not touch that place, the bot will just neglect that and clear. So the market did not trigger, right? The market won't be triggered if the use limit order. So on the market functionality order, we use this, then leave it at first buy. We buy at 15. First entry is $15. Now coming to this double entry position, if you check this box, it means if first buy will come in twice. The bot will buy the market twice. So I prefer you uncheck this box, so you won't have much exposure of capital into the crypto market. So this is the entry logic. Let's come down to start condition. Now here, this is where we now do where we do a few settings on this start condition. Now if you want the market to start trading immediately, give it at immediately. Which time frame do you want the market to start? Is it 15 minutes? Is it 1 minute? Is it 1 hour? Is it 1 day? Is it 4 hours? So I left it at 15 minutes. You can choose 15 minutes or 1 hour. So I prefer 15 minutes. Now, direction of the market. Remember we are trading only spot market. So we are only doing buy, right? When it drops, it's buy. So if you are doing, if you want to short, that is when you are doing trading on future. So this time around, we are doing direction is long. Now, candle per evaluation. So let's leave it at 200 candles, or you can leave it at 100 candles. So this is default, which is okay. Now, then let's do this again. Let me come back here now. The start condition now here, we have some other start condition, right? We have the price level condition. This price level condition means when you select price level condition, you have this price level. So when, for example, if you're trading BTC USDT, when the market drops to that price level, let's say BTC is 68,000, right? And you want the market to trigger when it drops to 65,000. So you set the starting price. So when the market drops to 65,000, this will trigger the bot to start to have a first buy, right? Then second one is the institutional indicators. So this when the functionality of this indicator is met, the bot will trigger the trade instantly, automatically, without you being there. So if you select institutional trade indicators, then we have this functionality that pops up. Right below, we have the first indicator. We have RSI hidden divergence. Now, when this is selected, you have the RSI period. We have bias level. we have swing look back, we have volume moving average period, volume MA period, moving average period. Now when you select the second one, which is EMA structure, we have this fast EMA, slow EMA, and pullback, right? Then when you select MACD, yes, moving average convergent divergence. When you select this, we have fast MA, slow, expansion bar, right? We have signal period. These are the settings of this indicator. When these parameters are met, the bot triggers the trade instantly. Now we have VMWAP, sigma reclaim. So we have this functionality here, period and sigma multiplier. Then we have Bollinger Band squeeze, we have Bollinger Band period, we have standard deviation multiplier, we have bandwidth, we have squeeze percentiles, right? We have ATR volatile filter. Then this ATR, we have ATR 14, you can set it to 10 or 8, then multiplier, maximum ATR volatility, you can set it to 3%. So when the volatility of the market is high or low, depending on the percentage you set it, the bot triggers the trade. Now, when you have the stochastic RSI accelerator, this you set the period, stochastic period over bot level, over sold level, and acceleration bar. When all these functionalities are met, it triggers to trade. So you can use this, get this indicator and test it on your system, or test it on your trading view, or any exchange, or any of your trading platform you want to see. Then get the functionalities and then impute it here and allow the bot to do the work for you. Now here we have Ichimoku cloud bias. So we have conversion period, we have bias, we have cloud displacement, we have span B period. So Checo span, all those stuffs, the settings are here. Then the last but not the least, we have supply demand rejection. This supply demand rejection, we have zero log back. Then we have zone tolerance. This is supply demand, that is support and resistance entries inside this bot. So we have maximum wick and body ratio. So if the body of the candle enters the support zone or resistance zone, basically on the chart, if you're a trader, you understand what I'm trying to explain. So if the wicks or the body of candle enters, at least 1.5%, 1.5 ratio of that candle enters the support zone, it triggers buy. So this is all we are in this bot is only long position. So when it touches a support zone, let it buy. When it touches when the wicks or the body of the candle touches support zone, you should make an entry buy. Then the volume of the MA 20. So when all these parameters are met, you can see changes to maybe 1.50 or 2.50 depending on how you want to set it up. So I'm leaving this as let me leave it as immediately. So then the last but not the least, we have AI prompt trigger. So this AI prompt trigger now is when you give the bot, when you have the get a prompt in a chat, maybe you want to use ChatGPT and so on and so forth, you can use this AI trigger. So this is how the prompt looks like. Allow the first BTC DCA entry only when the price is near the support. Volatile is below the configural ATR ceiling of so number, and maximum time no longer strongly to be. So just this kind of prompt. So you give it number and paste the prompt here. So when you paste the prompt and create the bot, then the AI, this is where you can add your AI API key on the AI. So see as AI provider, you can add your API key. Then the AI will help you, analyze the market based on the functionality you gave it. When that functionality is met, the AI will the bot will now the AI itself will confirm that this functionality is met and send that message to the bot, to the bot itself, which is the other AI. You need to trigger the trade, right? So this is another start condition. Then here you can select the AI functionality. So because I've not added any API key, that is why you cannot see any AI. So I think it has 4 AI functionality. You have it has ChatGPT, you have Claude, it has DeepSeek, and it also has. I'll show you guys when I'm done creating this book. So let's leave this as immediately. So I've explained this start condition. So as you can see, it has nothing less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 9 to 10 in the start condition of this boat. So let's leave it at this. Then safety order ladder. So maximum safety order ladder, we have to leave it at 7. Cooldown between 60 seconds. Geometric, let's leave it at geometric. Let's not use arithmetic. So you can Google about this and know what is geometric and arithmetics, because this boot is created with mathematics in mind, right? So price step multiplier, which is 1, maximum price deviation 15, it's okay. percent. So active safety order, which is 1, okay. Then rebuy drop. So whenever I rebuy it to 1.3%, let's leave it at 1.5%. It buys rebuy back at 1.5%, which is okay. Then we have these levels, right? So the first level is first buy, have this. So let's do this 1.5. Let's do this. Okay, we are not doing testing though. We are not doing testing. So let me leave this as 1.5. Let's just do it 1.5, 1.5. So it won't have. Let's do this 1.5. Sorry guys for the delay. We're just trying to do some settings in these bots. Let's do this 2.0. So let's do it like that. Then first one is 1.5, which is okay. So set everything to 1.5. Now the take profits, this is the safety ladder functionality, which I've already set it here, and we left it at geometric, right? So let's take profits and exit. So average take profit, bias, average price. So if we want to do take profit as average price, we'll leave it on base order. So I'm going to leave this as average price. Then the rules of the take profits. If for this combined, we have first and last, we have take profit also. If this combined means if your open position is 5 or 6, then the total combination of all the whole open position and take profit, the market will automatically close, right? Now we have first and last. So the first order and the last order, they both will use the hand and calculate. You use it. It will calculate the profit it's going to make, and set the take profit in a way that you're going to be in a good profit, first and last open position. So if you have 10 position, it will calculate the first position and the last position, and when the market triggers to a certain level of the market and buys to a certain level, the market, it will definitely close in profit. Then take profit, or this is where you need to close all the open position, right? So let's leave it as combined. Now the whole take profit percentage. Now if we leave it at combined, let's do the whole take profit percentage in as 4% or 5%, which is okay. Then whole TP callback. Then if the whole TP, if there's a pullback in small whole the take profit, it should be 0.3%, which is still lesser than 5 days. So TP sub callback is 1.5, which is okay. Let's leave it at 2.0. Then auto close profits in percentage 20%, which is quite okay. If the both closes in 20% of for you is okay. So let's leave it as 20%. So we're just doing the testing. Then time-based close days, 14 days or 15 days or 1 hour or 2 hours. So let's leave it as maybe 2 days, right? So profit recycling, which is okay. So when this profit is made, recycle again, it add itself to the capital, then you keep on adding up more position and making more profit. So risk control, which is quite the whole grid stop loss, which is okay. Maximum open trade per loss, which is okay. So I can maybe let me extend this maximum open trade to 50. Then I can also leave other ones the way it is. But the settings for all these things are in the PDF to explain it more better. So after setting all this in up, then optional signal gates. Are we using this? We can use this optional signal gate, or we can also leave it. So in this video, let me select any signal. No, let's select all signal gate. Let's select all signal gate. Maybe select RSI. Anyway, this is optional. This is optional. So optional signal gate, if you want to use any of it. Now, since we have already done this, this is Telegram boot's life cycle risk. So if you want to get a Telegram notification, you can set up your Telegram notification on the alert page or Telegram alert settings. When you click on this place, it will take you to, you see your Telegram settings and functionality. So let's create boot first, and I'll still show you guys the AI and Telegram functionalities. Though I've explained this in the overview video. So when you watch the first overview video I did about this software, you understand better. So after the whole settings, all right, sorry guys, I didn't explain this before we click this save boot. So after creating all those things, guys, after making sure that every settings you inputted is correct, then you come down to this place. This is signal. So if you want to receive an incident or what is happening on your boot on your Telegram, you select the kind of if it is medium alerts, or you want to get to high or critical alerts about your open position about the bot, or so on and so forth. So in that regards, after the whole setup, after we've done setting up applying the settings on this DCA bot, we have to put our Google Authenticator code. So I have to open my Google Authenticator code. Then I'm typing the code, which is 985483483. Now I have to click save bot and see what happens. Now, Advanced DCA Bot saved and pre-flight validated the draft. So, bot has been successfully created. Now, we have to start bot or stay here. So, if you want to click start bot, it's going to take us to our bot page where we can start the bot or stay here. So, let me stay here first and show you. Even if we click start bot, we are going to still go to the next page. So, let me stay here. Then, let's go to the menu and click on bots. Then, as you can see, this is the bot we have already created, Bybit testing bot, right? So we can start the bot, we can stop, we can delete, and we can go to bot control room. As you can see, we have already created one bot, but it's not active, right? So this time around, let us okay, before I start the bot, let me show you guys based on what I said on the AI prompts you want to use or Telegram settings. Now let's come to AI settings. When I click on AI provider, this is where you can set up your AI. You can input your AI API key, right? So the AI can use your settings and use the prompts you gave in the bot creation to start trading, right? So we have OpenAI, we have Google Gemini, we have DeepSeek, we have Anthropic, which is Claude. Now you can input your API key, then give the model name and API key, then put your Google Authenticator and configure and click reason for configuration. After adding that, then you come back here and save encrypted click. So when you click save, then it will now show you the health of the AI, the functionality of the AI, how the AI is working, and other functionalities you added on the Then you can also, maybe if you want to use default OpenAI, which is 5.6, this is the latest OpenAI version. Maybe you can click OpenAI, then select default model, then input the label, input the API key, and put your Google Authenticator code. Then you can you can write here OpenAI or ChatGPT, OpenAI prompts, whatever you want to use. Then you can also, after adding, you can also test the connection. You can select and test the connection of the AI. You can see the connection of the AI you have tested here. You can add it up. So on the bot creation, when you are creating the bot, you can now use prompts, add the prompt, and click save the bot for you to start trading. So let's check the Telegram alert. So when you come to Telegram alert, this is what it shows you. So for you to get Telegram alerts based on any critical situation or any bad situation on the bot, you can configure the Telegram alerts here, which I've already shown you guys on the previous video. So general settings, you input your Telegram, select alerts, then production, leave it as production because it's on the live server. Then input your boot token, which you can get on Bootfather. Then default chat ID, which is from your channel or group channel ID, where you'll be getting the signal. Maybe your private channel where you'll be getting those signal on Telegram. After that, then you come down here, sovereignty routing. You can choose templates, all to top of the group, or critical separate channel or override channel. So you can choose that, then select if it is low or medium. Then if you need a low alert, maybe you have a channel where you can be getting low alert, you input it here. You have a channel where you can get in medium alert, have a channel where you can get in high alert or critical alert. You can input the channel or head ID here, right? You can still use the same as all this. You can still use the same functionalities you used here, the AD. You can still use all of them here. Now the notification events, this is what you'll be getting. So if boot is started, you get a notification in your Telegram. If trade is entered, you get a notification in your Telegram. If trade is triggered, you still get a notification in your Telegram. If trade is stopped, you get it. If trade is filled, you get it. If risk is blocked, you also get it. So message template, you can also add your message, maybe at owner, maybe at your name, at Zakatech FX, at Zakatech Spectra, at software tech engineer, or whatever you have, you can add it here. Then on the advanced settings here, you have how you want to get the whole thing. So if you want to get the message using it on HTML format, you can use this. Though on Markdown, on Markdown v2, anyhow you want to get the notification on your Telegram, you can use this. You can use quiet hour draft. When you select this, you can also choose the quiet hour draft here. So I have to uncheck this. This will clear, right? Send. Then the status and monitoring history. So when everything is working, when everything is configured very well, you can see how you can monitor the low, the medium, the high, and critical when you select everything. So this is how you can set your alerts to get alerts on your Telegram whenever your boot is done. So without further ado, I think I've showed you the settings and the Telegram API and stuffs. So in the alert settings page, we have notifications. Let's go on to notifications here. Then let's come to preferences. These are notification preferences. So you can also get the notification on your WhatsApp. So this is WhatsApp phone number. This is WhatsApp number ID, the WhatsApp token. So you can also get, the PDF documentation on how you can get this comes with this software. So when you set this up and decide to get a critical alert, then email destination, you can set it up. So we have WhatsApp. You can select WhatsApp, Telegram, and email. This email, before I started this video, I showed you how you can impute your SMTP inside the env file, how you can log in and try to switch a lot of things on your env file and try and restart the server and try and restart the application, not the server itself. Now, after that, you can be getting this on your WhatsApp. You can also be getting on your Telegram. You can also be getting this notification on your WhatsApp if any notification comes in on your application, right? So that is that. So let's go back to our bots here. Click on the bots. So remember, we have created this. So how do we start? Remember, it's live, but the live we are in is the testing bot, right? So remember, we have the exit TP 1.30%, callback 0.3, no tickets, no. So we have to click start bot, then put our Google Authenticator 901.311 and click submit and see what happens. Command accepted by backend. So the boot is now active and it is now fleeting. What I mean by fleeting is the boot is now hanging around as checking those parameters we set, then and also assessing the market functionalities. Whenever whatever we set is being met, then it will trigger and enter the trade automatically, right? So for us to see all this, what the boot is doing, because we've already started one. So let's check the boot engine first and see boot engine and see what the boot engine is telling us. Let's see what the boot engine is telling us. Okay. So live boot is BTC Bybit trading is started. Then scroll down and see active boot is 1, failed tick is 0, which is quite okay because the boot is live. So this is live. Health is 85%, armed no, 00 yes, which is what it's supposed to be. So these are the tick ledger. So he's waiting for the entry to to start before it enters the trade. Let me refresh and see. Yeah, everything is working fine. The tick interval is 30 seconds, which is okay. Now let's go check the order page. No order yet. Let's check the trade page. No trade yet, because if the settings is being met, automatically everything will fall in place. So let's check positions. No position yet. So as the boot is ticking, then we'll now close. You can close this browser and wait for it to take. Maybe you can come back later in the day and see what the boot has done and see that everything the boot has performed, right? So I'm still gonna do a video on Grid, the Grid software. After doing the boot on the video on the Grid software, the same platform, but the functionality the DCA now is Grid. I will do the video on Grid. I also do the video on quantitative trading and also signal trading. these are basically for crypto trading platforms, crypto exchanges, right? Crypto exchange is not forex. You can use it to trade crypto. You can connect to your Bybit, connect to your Binance, KuCoin, and any other exchanges, which I've showed you guys here, right? So that is that on this boot page. Let's see, boot page is still taking level is go. So if the parameters are met, then the boot will trigger the trade, right? So what else am I going to show you guys? All right, let's check our list and see if we have completed everything. So at least we have done all these things completely, which I've shown you in this video. Everything is now done completely. And this is how you can create your DCA bot. So you can as well do that. You can as well do that. Come back to create boot page. Then we have BTC. Let's see. Let's switch to live, and maybe let's select live and select the exchange. Let's select Bybit again. This time around, it's no longer. Let's see. It's loading the exchange. Let's see what is here. So let's select WBTC USDT on spot. Let's select that. Then let's see WBTC. Sorry guys. Let me just WBTC Bybit demo tests, right? So I've selected that. I'm doing WBTC, so I left it at light. I left every settings like that. I didn't touch anything, you know. I didn't touch anything. Buy callback, let me set this to 0. So then leave everything like this as it is. I don't want to touch anything like this. So I've done BTC USDT. Let me create this one too. Then let me input my Google Authenticator key. Let me put my Google Authenticator key so we can be able to trade WBTC. So the first one was BTC USDT. So let's do this 795797. Let's create this and see how successful it's going to be. All right, the boot has been created. Now let's start the boot. Click start boot. It's going to take us to the boot page. Then we have the first one is running, which is this one below is running. So this one is still on draft. So for us to start this, which is WBTC, I've traded BTC USDT, which is the pairs here. So let's trade this one. I click start boot, then put my Google Authenticator key, because this is also another security reasons. That is why I love this application. So anything you are creating, you need to take your time and make sure the settings is okay before you start 494. Before you start doing anything, submit. Boom. Now the two boot has started ticking. Now let's I think the two boot is now has started ticking. So by this time tomorrow or something, I will see what the boot has done, and that is that on how you can create your DCA bot inside Spider DCA Bot. So you can also use different settings and maybe trade up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 or 20 different kind of pairs, except only if you have the capital in any exchange. And when setting up your live API on any exchange, make sure you restrict withdrawal on that exchange, so the bot can only trade inside your exchange. So this, if you connect your API key, the bot will now automatically trade inside your exchange for you. Perform on those functionalities on your exchange, make profit for you, and that is that, right? So that is that on how you can create your DCA bot, which I've shown you guys. So if you find it difficult to, if you get this bot and you find it difficult to install it or find it difficult to use it, it's very simple. So let me recap before we close this video. First thing first, when you get this software and follow the installation process and install the whole thing completely, what you need to do now is first of all, when you log in, okay, so when you log in to your application after successful installation, creating your user, updating your env file, and turning on all the functionalities that I showed you on the beginning of this particular video, which is the env file, turn a lot of things on, set up your SMTP. Then the first thing you need to do when you log in is to activate your license with your license key that will be sent to you. When you activate your license key, the second step is the MFA Google Authenticator, which you can do that inside your security page, which is this security page. then follow the prompts and put your Google Authenticator key, enable that. The second step is to add exchange. You come here, come to the application, scroll up, click on exchange and add your exchange, which I've showed you in this video. Then the third part, after adding the exchange, you test your exchange connection, which is adding exchange and testing your exchange connection to know if it's healthy. After that, you configure your strict risk limit, which I've showed you, which you will come here, come to the application, come down here, set risk. After setting your risk, you can as well set another profound risk inside your profile. So it's still the same, but set your risk in profile before setting your risk in kill switch. Then after that, you come down to verify kill switch, which I showed you inside kill switch, which I showed you inside the risk kill switch here. So you click enable live and also release kill switch. When you enable live and release kill switch with your Google Authenticator, you will see live enabled, kill switch released, live gate open, and everything will turn green. Then when you come down here, everything will turn green, after which you have done your environmental configuration. And this is where you can set your policy configuration, which is maybe you can set this note as conservative, you can save the second one balanced, and so many other ones you can also as well set, right? So last but not the least, you can check everything, then go back. You can now go into your create boot functionalities and create your boots. Then all the boots we created will come into your boots here. You can now decide to start the boot, stop the boot. Then if there's any glitch, or if there is any stuff that make the boot not to trade, or make the boot not to pick a trade, or something like that, or you incur a loss that you want to shut down immediately, then you click on emergency kill switch, or you click on stop all boots. Automatically the whole thing will stop. You put your MFA code, the whole thing will automatically stop from your from the app. Everything stop here, right? So that is that about this how you can create a DCA bot inside Advanced Spider DCA Bot. So stay tuned for grid bots, and also stay tuned for quantitative bots, and also stay tuned for signal bots and few other bots you can also use to trade crypto markets, right? This is self-hosted bot. This is not SaaS. This is not software as a services. This is a self-hosted bot. You can decide to use it by yourself, host it on your personal server and use it by yourself. You may not even decide to share your domain to anybody, or you can decide to, you don't want to get a domain, you can host it on your server with IP address. You can always log into your server with bot with your IP address. So that is that about now. Thank you so much, guys, and God bless you for watching. And you can see the health of everything is showing here. You can decide to show line areas and bars and other stuff. So thanks, guys, and God bless you. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.